The ultimate wedding crash, unmasking deceit on the big day. The sun cast a warm, golden glow over the picturesque wedding venue, where Peter, Matt's once closest friend, was about to marry his radiant fiancée. It should have been a day of unbridled joy, promises, and new beginnings, but unbeknownst to the guests, an imminent tempest was brewing on the horizon. At the back of the crowd stood Matt, Stephanie's devoted boyfriend. He had sensed for some time that something was amiss in his relationship with Stephanie. But today, he was resolute in uncovering the truth, even if it meant crashing Peter's wedding, a man who had once been Matt's brother-in-arms. With a heavy heart and a sense of foreboding, Matt watched as Peter and his fiancée exchanged heartfelt vows. Yet, his gaze remained fixed on Stephanie, the love he believed was genuine, who stood beside the groom. As the ceremony unfolded, he couldn't shake the ominous feeling that something was terribly awry. Throughout the day, Matt couldn't help but notice the secretive glances and hushed conversations between Peter and Stephanie. An unsettling feeling gnawed at him, an intuition that simply couldn't be ignored any longer. As the reception commenced, marked by boisterous laughter, lively dancing, and heartwarming toasts, Matt remained vigilant, keeping a close eye on the newlyweds. They frequently slipped away from the festivities, ratcheting up Matt's suspicion to an unbearable level. He knew that the moment of reckoning was fast approaching. In a quiet corner of the garden, far from the prying eyes of the guests, Matt stumbled upon Peter and Stephanie, engrossed in an urgent, whispered conversation. "Peter, we can't keep going on like this," Stephanie whispered, her voice laden with guilt. "We've hurt Matt deeply, and he doesn't deserve this. We need to confess." Peter, caught in a torturous internal struggle, nodded solemnly. "You're right, Stephanie. We've allowed this deception to persist for far too long. We must find a way to reveal the truth to him." Hearing their confession dealt a crushing blow to Matt. The suspicions that had haunted him were now substantiated. Peter and Stephanie were owning up to their betrayal, and the moment of truth had arrived. "Ladies and gentlemen, today is a celebration of Peter and his beautiful bride," Matt began, his voice a taut blend of tension and control. "It's a day of love, trust, and promises for the future." The guests raised their glasses, enveloped by the spirit of merriment. "But," Matt continued, his tone taking on a somber note, "there's something I can no longer turn a blind eye to, a truth that has festered beneath the surface for far too long, a betrayal that cannot remain concealed." A hushed silence descended upon the room as guests exchanged puzzled glances, feeling the weight of an impending revelation. With resolute determination, Matt turned his gaze to Peter and Stephanie. "Peter, you've been my best friend for years, a brother I entrusted with my life. But today, I've learned that this trust has been irreparably broken." Gasps and whispers of disbelief rippled through the room. Peter's face grew ashen, and Stephanie's eyes welled up with tears as the reality of their actions began to sink in. "I won't delve into the sordid details," Matt continued, "but the evidence is irrefutable. Both of you have betrayed me, and on this day, at this wedding, I have chosen to unveil the shocking truth." The room grew heavy with an atmosphere of disbelief as the guests grappled with the revelation unfolding before them. Peter and Stephanie had been exposed in front of everyone, and their secret had metamorphosed an ostensibly perfect wedding into a shocking spectacle. With a heavy heart and a final, damning revelation, Matt produced a collection of printed text messages and photographs from his pocket. The evidence was stark and undeniable, each word and image serving as a testament to their guilt. Text messages filled with deceit and intimacy, photographs of secret liaisons, the compilation painted a vivid tableau of their betrayal. Peter and Stephanie found themselves without recourse. Their guilt was undeniable, and their betrayal was laid bare for all to witness. It was a moment of pure shock and disbelief, and the room remained ensnared by the enormity of the revelation. As Matt walked away from the microphone, the room was consumed by a stunned silence. The guests were left bewildered, torn between the desire to console Matt and the inclination to condemn the betrayal. In the aftermath of this shocking wedding revelation, Matt was faced with the daunting task of healing and moving forward. The scars ran deep, but he had laid bare the deceit that had festered beneath the surface. His journey was far from over, but he was resolved to emerge from this shocking ordeal, stronger and wiser, ready to confront whatever life had in store. The room lingered in a hushed silence, the guests grappling with the shocking events of the day. Betrayal, deceit, and revelation had transformed what should have been a day of love and celebration into a spectacle of disbelief. It was a story that left an indelible mark on everyone present, a stark reminder of the frailty of trust and the shocking depths to which betrayal could reach.